Ever feel like the UK is perpetually in a financial pinch? Well, a Labour MP, Gordon McKee, has gone viral for explaining the UK's massive national debt using something we all understand: biscuits. His creative video, which has already racked up over 1.5 million views on X, breaks down a complex issue in a surprisingly digestible way. McKee cleverly uses custard creams and chocolate bourbons to illustrate the UK's financial situation. He sets the scene, sitting at a table with a bookshelf backdrop, and begins by tackling the often dreaded concept of the debt-to-GDP ratio. He admits it sounds boring, but stresses its importance. He starts with a chocolate bourbon representing the UK's debt and a custard cream symbolizing the country's wealth. He explains that when he was born in 1994, the debt-to-GDP ratio was around 30%. This means for every pound the country earned, the government owed 30p's in debt. This remained relatively stable until 2008, when the financial crisis hit and the government had to bail out the banks. This is where things get interesting. The debt then jumped to about 60%. Over the next decade, under a conservative government, it rose to approximately 80%. Then, the COVID-19 pandemic hit, forcing the government to borrow even more. Today, the UK's debt-to-GDP ratio is around 100%, but here's where it gets controversial. McKee points out that the UK's situation isn't even the worst globally. France has a debt-to-GDP ratio of 113%, America 120%, and Japan a staggering 240%. So what's the real problem? The UK is paying more interest on its debt than these other countries. This is because lenders aren't just looking at the total debt amount, but also how quickly it's accumulating. McKee uses relatable analogies. He compares Japan to a friend always in their overdraft, America to someone who spends a lot but works hard, and Britain to someone who was sensible but has recently taken on a lot of new expenses. And this is the part most people miss. The MP highlights that a significant 8% of the government's spending goes towards servicing the debt. This is more than double the entire defense budget. He concludes that spending more on debt servicing than national defense is a precarious position. McKee then teases a part 2 of his video, where he'll delve into potential solutions. His video has been widely praised on X, and it's worth noting that McKee was the first MP to hire a content creator. What do you think? Does this biscuit-based explanation help you understand the UK's debt situation better? Are you surprised by the interest rates the UK is paying? Share your thoughts in the comments below.